Okay, so let me unlock the room so that everybody can come in. All right, y'all. Y'all can come in and out as you please, but this is part two. So I sent the invite out. I don't know if they see it or not. But yeah, so I just think that me, I'm a hopeless romantic. So I feel like monogamy is still out there. But I also know that there is such a thickness of just women and men settling for significant others that we're unequally yoked with, that are more like parasites in a sense. Um, because so many of us come from households where we need to be married before a certain biological clock plays out, or because we don't want to be by ourselves, or because we feel like we just need to have somebody um, to say that, hey, this is my man, hey, this is my woman. But when do we stop settling? Like, when do we stop, just taking all of, let's just keep it real, the bullshit off of that particular person? When do we stop making excuses for them at family gatherings and family get-togethers, or um, when our sisters and our brothers recognize that this particular person is not giving you exactly what you deserve. And a lot of times we go into these relationships with our blinders on, now realizing that we're selling ourselves short and we're giving so much of our energy away to this particular woman or this particular man, so that when the real person does come, when we finally say, okay, enough is enough, I don't want this anymore, this is not beneficial to me, I'm a queen, or I'm a king, I'm a god, or I'm a goddess, little g, in my own right, I'm a boss, right? So if I'm supposed to be equally yoked with someone, but this person not even matching my swag, this person is not even giving me anything to fight with or fight for, then why am I doing this to myself, right? So for me, and this is the place that I'm in right now, I'm at this crossroads, right, where I never believed in divorce. I'm one of those girls to where we can work it out if you get in the ring with me. Which it takes two to fight for a marriage. It takes two to fight for a relationship. It takes two to come together and have a child, and it takes two to raise that child the proper way, right? It also takes more than just that one competent person, right? And it takes both of you have to have some type of higher power that's going to be able to allow that woman to be soft enough to be able to submit to what you're saying, because she knows who's leading you and where you're trying to take them to. And then it also takes that man to be strong enough to be led by a higher power and truly have him and his family's best interest at heart, right? Because if you don't have those two, then you have this imbalance. And I believe that in a relationship, in a marriage, in a situationship, in a homie level friendship, you have to have a certain type of balance. Because let's just keep it real, marriage is not for everybody, and that's okay. But we need to start respecting and demanding that we get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God in the beginning, so that we can understand and decide whether we want to rock with it or we want to pass it by, whether we want to just have a one night stand, whether we want to just have a homie level friendship, whether we want to have more to it than meets the eye. But when the game is played messed up from the jump, or when we are not complete and full within ourselves, then we don't give ourselves the opportunity to make the right decisions. I was always taught by my father, when you're gonna play the game, you play the game to win. So I keep my trump cards on deck tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't always have it together, but I know how to get together. The part that I'm missing, I got a strong side on, I got the things that I got on deck. I got them stacked to full capacity. But when is that not enough? Like, do I have to dim my light because you feel like I intimidate you or I make you feel less than because I'm secure in who I am? Do you have to dim your star power because you feel like if you let me get to a certain place that I know who I am and whose I am and I'm secure in myself, then I'll make you feel less of a man or a woman? This is a equal opportunity show. You know what I'm saying? Love is love in my book. It just is. Let's just keep it real. So I don't know what happened to my fellas. They were saying that they wanted to answer the questions. I know DJ Studio was saying that he wants a wife. He was saying that when you're young, you want to be wild and free and sow your royal oats and all that good stuff. And I understand that. Girls are like that too. We have all these hormones. We don't really know what to do with, but we want to play house. We want to go hide and get it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that makes sense. But why are we still trying to play house at 30, 40, and 50 years old? Heck no. Like, that dog don't hunt. It's a no, it's a no for me. It's a no. So how do we fix it? How do we get our communities and families back on track? How do we get two-parent households back again? You know what I'm saying? Is this even possible in our communities? What y'all think? Is it even possible? I'm trying to see where my people at. I'm trying to see where my y'all talk to me. Tell me what y'all think. What y'all think? How does marriage? How should marriage look? When should you throw in the towel? When should enough be enough? When should enough be enough? He's calling me.
Hey.
You calling me, but you ain't coming in the room.
Oh, my bad. I just got out of the urgent care.
Well, how you gonna be on live in the urgent care?
No, my foot is swelled up, so I came here to come see the doctor to see what was going on. It ain't that bad. I ain't got no spider bites or nothing like that. They told me I'm okay.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Well, you gotta get off of here and come in the room.
All right, well, I'm going to come here right now. Let me get to the car and I'll be in there.
Okay, goodbye. Hold on, sister. Okay, so what you think? I know you got some good juicy tidbits to add to this scenario. What you think?
I didn't hear the
Okay,
scenario.
hold
What's the scenario?
on. The scenario is, how do we know when we're supposed to throw in the towel? How do we know when we supposed to throw the towel in on marriage? How do we know when to let it go in a relationship? Is monogamy still a positive, accomplishable thing? Like, when do we, as the women or as the men, stop settling for just the secondhand scraps that be thrown at us sometimes?
That's a lot. I can say monogamy is still exists, but knowing when to throw in the towel, I think it comes with when you have nothing else to give to the relationship. If you don't have nothing else to give to yourself, then it's time to leave that situation.
Okay. And what about regular relationships that's not married? How do you know when to stay or when to go?
Now, in a regular relationship, me, I'm not putting up with nothing because I'm not married to you. I'm not committed to you. I don't have no ties to you. If you're doing me wrong, it's time for me to go.
Okay.
Because what you don't want, somebody else do. And then in a relationship, it's 50-50. It's not, I'm going to give you 80 and you're going to give 20. If you're not getting your 50, then it's time to go.
Yeah. Okay.
By my grandbaby.
Hi. She said, "Who's that?"
She said hi, girl.
Okay. So,
Sure.
what do y'all feel about relationships in like a relation can continue a relationship with someone that's locked up
Ooh,
or
relationship and
incarcerated?
locker. You want me to get into my
In or
deal?
out? Yeah,
I
in
can't
or
speak
out.
on that one. I know with my first marriage, it was okay in the beginning, but then after a while, to me, it seemed like the person that's locked up try to make you feel guilty that they locked up and they want you to just stop all your life and stop everything you doing because they locked up. They want you to be locked up with them. And that's just not how life is.
Right.
It can work, but they have to have an open understanding.
Well, honey, listen.
I ain't saying it don't work. I ain't seen none of them that work, but hey, to each his own.
Laura, what you think?
I think that, I mean, for me, I tried dealing with somebody that was like that, but I mean, I didn't live my life. But you never expected me not to live my life. So I think it depends on the person, I guess. Because, like I said, you never expected me to not live my
And baby still standing up.
life. He understood, he understood and he was okay with me, he didn't want to know none of it, but he was definitely like, I understand. But I think it didn't, when he came out, he did his own thing. I did my own thing because,
Okay, D, we're gonna
we
pray
just
for you, boo.
realized
I'm
what,
sorry.
we just realized we're big friends, you know what I'm saying? There's maybe a friendship because I think that don't, they also don't really think that it's going to go anywhere. I mean, I guess it depends on the person, I guess,
You
that
mean
I
you
should
mean
say.
it depends on the person whether you even enter into a relationship with the person on lock or stay in the marriage with the person
Whether or
that's
not
locked
how
up.
it works, whether or not how it works, if it's going to work out or not. That's what I feel. Not just
Like
saying
I
you
say,
can.
for me, I'm at this crossroads because I'm married to an incarcerated man right now. However, to me, I feel like why should I stay faithful to this man
Shit.
who has not been faithful our entire marriage? I'm just
Yo.
keeping it real. Who feels like he can't do anything but be a street pharmacist. Like I say, I'm okay with somebody being a street pharmacist if they're gonna use that as a stepping stone to do other things. But if you feel like you only gonna be a street pharmacist and that's all you good at, and then you expect me to do what you supposed to do as the man in a relationship, then why should I settle for that? Why should that be okay? Just because
Why
you my husband on paper.
why would you want to settle for a street pharmacist, period? Number one.
Because
Like, like,
sometimes people
like,
can change. I used to be a street pharmacist. I used to be a stripper. I used to be a
okay,
prostitute. I used to be a hoe, but I'm different.
yeah, well, let me say
Amen.
this. Let me say
That's
this.
real talk.
And let me say this.
We all have a
everybody
past, is what
might
I'm
have.
saying.
Let me say this. Everybody might have the right intentions to want to change, but if you ain't gonna change, you ain't gonna change. That's just that's logic. You know what I'm saying? Like if you might have the right intentions to want to change, but if you're not gonna change, you're not gonna change. And as a person and as an individual, you don't have to settle for that shit.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Like real spit. Like if I was selling dope
Breaking
and
up.
you tell
You
me,
getting
well,
so
look, baby,
excited, you breaking up.
if I was selling dope and you tell me, look, baby, I'm ready for you to quit the dope game. You done made all this money and and I'm jail, get back, go back and sell the dope and catch another case. And obviously, and obviously, I didn't have enough respect to put you as somebody that I would think as a great as a better half in my life. So yeah, I don't blame you for leaving a nigga like me if I choose to keep doing the same shit. At the end of the day, you don't have to settle. You don't have to settle, man. Like if the relationship ain't right, you don't bite. That's how that go. That's my
But
honest
don't you have
opinion.
to bite it to see
And
if
as
it's
my
good?
grandma used to say, if it don't
See
fit, don't
like
force it.
the lady said,
You
like the
forcing it.
lady said
Yeah, that's
before I
true.
jumped
I
on here and I
agree.
was trying to find out how to get on. Between
What?
a marriage and a relationship, see in a relationship it don't matter. Because see, if a woman could drop that nigga, go find another one in 5 minutes. And she ain't gotta put up with that bullshit from that because there was nothing going on in that relationship.
Yep.
And you got to put up with no bullshit. Period. In a marriage, if you're willing to deal with that shit, then you're willing to deal with that shit. You know, in a marriage, you don't have to put up with that shit either. Especially if you got a lot at stake going on with your marriage. You don't have to put up with that shit either. But if you choose to put up with it, then that's fine. That's on you. It just needs to be an understanding. I know a lot of people that don't want to deal with that shit. I don't want no jailhouse nigga. I ain't trying to be no jail babe. I'm not with that shit. I respect that. I respect that, man. That means you got your dignity and your morals in check.
Oh, yeah. We
Most of
got
these women out
two
here
situations
nowadays
going.
just doing whoever, however, whenever. And if that nigga in jail, well, shit, I'm gonna give my loyalty to him. To each his own. I mean, who wants to just settle for anything? Like it's more to it in life than just settling. If you're gonna settle, make sure you're happy with what you're settling with. Because nobody wants to go on through life thinking everything happy go lucky and you really not happy.
Okay, so here's my thing. So since you're the male energy
Preach
on this
now.
call, right? So
Right?
why is it
I'm
that
up over here
the
now.
men can go and do everything that they feel like they big enough and bad enough to do, but at the first little piece of half of an inkling that woman doing the same thing, now y'all want to be flexed. Y'all more mad than us.
Well,
Why?
let me say, I'm gonna speak for myself. I ain't gonna speak for every man.
No, they
So
gonna title
let me
you a hoe.
let me speak for
That's what they
myself.
gonna say.
When I was younger, yeah, I was wilding out, soiling my royal oats. I ain't give a fuck then. I ain't give a damn. But as you get older, you start to learn that in the progress of getting older, you some things you get set in your ways about. But you gotta understand that this is like a yin yang situation. Whatever you've done, you're going to reap what you sow, regardless. Like it don't matter what it is. It could be 5 years down the road. It could be 10 years down the road. It doesn't matter. Everything that you've done or that you've been through or to put somebody through, that karma is gonna come back and come fuck with you, man. So so
We're
I
talking
mean,
about relationships,
it
and
happens. Like
I got y'all on here, and I got Facebook going on.
I mean, real shit, it happens. Like most people know how to handle it. Most people don't know how to handle it. Me, I don't care. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't care. Because I've done everything that I possibly done as a youngster. I'm a grown man
So,
now. So whatever happens to me, I
so
accept
you
full
saying that you
responsibility
don't
and I
care?
take a
You
so
don't care if you think the woman is messing over you. You don't care if you feel like that you losing that woman's attention
I
or something about that woman is different. You don't get mad because you know you did that woman wrong. That's what you're
well,
saying.
this, this is something else you this is something else you gotta this is something else you gotta realize. Like if you got this woman, dog, then you should have no reason to be thinking otherwise. I'm speaking on a relationship level. If you got this woman mind, like if y'all that's the first thing. That's the first thing most smart, intelligent women look for. Can you keep my mind? Y'all ain't worried about no dick or no shit like that. That be the first thing y'all smart, intelligent women look for. Can you keep my mind? There should be no other nigga in the peripheral. If you got my mind where it's supposed to have it. And
What?
I don't mean no pimp shit. I mean on some intellect shit. That's how that shit go. Now, for the niggas who is cheating and doing they dirt, like the song say, if you can't reach out and touch me, then baby, it sure wasn't me. And
No, you say no. That's what you gonna say. Oh yes, I haven't heard it
hey,
all.
I'm, I'm just giving it 100, dog. Look,
But that don't mean that
if you can't
you're
reach
not
out and
doing
touch
it.
me, then baby,
That
it's
don't mean you ain't doing it. That just mean that if
yeah,
she ain't got bona fide facts, or if he ain't got bona fide facts, then don't assume. But that don't mean you ain't doing it. And that still didn't answer
well,
my question as to why men are so plexed at the just the thought of that woman cheating, but he been cheating the whole time. That still don't answer my question.
well, I mean, every situation, the story is different. So I'm not
You messing up. You going in
I,
and
I
out.
just feel that men can't handle what women can handle. I just feel like men can't handle what women can handle. Men feel like women are there belong to them. And the fact that they losing that or they could possibly potentially lose what they feel is their treasure, they can't handle that. They feel like it's them.
So
But it is a double
shouldn't the
standard though,
woman feel that
because
way too?
if they think you doing it, you off in a hoe and stuff like that. How?
But shouldn't we as a woman get a chance to feel like that too?
I mean, yes, but they always feel like it's always going to be a double standard because they always feel like a woman cannot do what a man does. That has that's just the mentality. Their mentality. They always feel like you can't do what they do. But the facts is that some men they just can't handle it. Whether or not you're doing something or you're not doing something. I mean, we just had that discussion. I wish you would have. I wish that this would have came about a few minutes ago because I just had the discussion with my sister. About the same thing. Sometimes men see a change in you, and they see a change in you, whereas if you have like for instance, you have a single
Hmm.
friend, like you and I are single, Shalisha is married. But if Shalisha don't want to do something with her husband, but she's willing to go hang out with us, he's gonna think that something is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going
Like he
on?
have done before.
Yeah,
He asked me,
exactly.
"What you go with one of them, or what's going on? Why you always going somewhere with them?"
Yeah,
And before, when I didn't go anywhere, it was always at work, always at home. He would always be gone out with his friends, and
yep,
I never questioned it, never asked nothing, never said nothing. But the minute my movement changed, I had to be fucking somebody.
yeah. And it was never you never had to accuse him of doing nothing because he was with his friends. But if you hanging out with your friends and you going places with your friends and hanging out just because you have single friends does not mean that you out living a single life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my stuff is, what is a single life? That's my question. What is a single life? Because I mean, I tell a quickness, you know what I'm saying? Because this was a discussion tonight. I was like, why think that just because I'm single that I have this situation and that situation going on with this person and that person, or she talked to a lot of men because she's single. I mean, that's not the case. If that's the case, I wouldn't sleep at night by myself. I said that is not the case. So why would you assume that? That's an assumption. That's what you think,
Hell, and
but that's not the truth.
I'm married and I've been sleeping at home by my damn self.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or if we go somewhere, we got to be talking to this person and that person because we go somewhere. So because
Yeah, we
she's
gotta be
affiliated with
involved.
me and I'm her single friend and she's
He's
married,
talking, but I can't hear him.
I know we can't hear him. And I'm married, she's married. Why is it that she has to be doing something wrong because she's affiliated with her single friend? I don't understand it. To me, I feel that that's a double standard because men can
It
go.
is because before I became friends with you guys, I had a friend girl that her name was Lolita, but we stopped being friends over money. But every time he would see her, she would have a different boyfriend.
Right.
So he said, why every time I see that girl, she got a different nigga? That's because y'all out hoeing, y'all out picking up niggas. That was like his thing. Like he would always tell me, oh, y'all out picking up niggas. No, I'm not out picking up no fucking nigga. And she ain't either. But just because every time you see her, and it could be 6 months or a year. And I used to tell him all the time, I used to have a 3 month damn 3 months. In 3 months, I can tell if me and you gonna even last.
Right.
I used to be like, no, I don't even want to do this. So in the next 3 months, you might see me with a different nigga. Because why? I already see what the fuck you got going on. I'm not finna waste my time. That's how it was when I was single. But now I've been married 20 years. So, but before that, no, you got 3 months to prove something. And I can tell in 3 months, no, I ain't got time for that. I don't give a fuck, get on, whatever. I don't have time for it. But he would always label her a hoe. And I used to be like, that doesn't make her a hoe. And I try to explain that to him. I said, so if she's a hoe,
Hey,
then
can
I'm
y'all
a
hear me?
fucking hoe.
Yeah.
We can hear you now.
Okay, great. You know what? Let me dibble dabble for a minute.
Not dibbling out.
You know, I I I remember this lady telling me that she could tell what type of man she dealing with by the shoes she got.
No, I can't
Nah,
do.
I
You
ain't
can't do that.
do that.
Hold on. Let me finish. I'm gonna tell y'all what my mama told me. My mama told me she know what kind of nigga dealing with what kind of nigga she dealing with within the first 30 seconds of his conversation. Now that shit, I believe.
I could believe
I
that.
Yeah.
believe
I
that.
can't say
That,
by the
that, that
shoes.
first 30 seconds of a conversation, a woman knows if she want to deal with you or she want to put your ass back at the bus stop.
Yep.
Or if
Them
we want
big
to
facts.
sleep
Fuck all that
with
Tennessee
you, or if
shit.
you're going to even get a chance to smell it, that's true.
Man, look. Let me
And
tell
you can tell
tell
if
you
that's a
something.
nigga that you
Let me
just want
tell
to
you
hit it,
something.
quit it, don't want that motherfucker to know where you
Man,
stay, what's your real
That
name,
exactly.
part.
nothing.
Man, let me tell y'all something, man.
That part.
Man, I learned a lot about life just by my mama telling me that. And that's such a proven statement. A woman knows if she want to deal with you within the first 30 seconds of your conversation, dog. That shit is big fact. Because then they know what their future gonna be like. What type of nigga you gonna be in the near future or in the next couple of months, or you gonna be on some bullshit. I'm telling you, man.
And I mean, some
Fuck
situations,
all that Tennessee shit.
what I don't understand is,
I'll say some of that shit change because people do
yeah, people
change.
do
That's it.
change. Oh, that's a definite. You know
That's
what I'm
it.
saying? That's a definite.
Because I'm one of those people that's dealing with change and been married for 20 years. And now this is not the person that I married.
That's it.
Right.
So what do you do there?
But I feel like, if you the like you said, man, them relationships be the making and breaking points, man. like you said, you know what's up within the first 3 months. Hell, you really know what's up within the first 30 seconds. You just be buying your time with that particular nigga.
Yeah, but
So,
I'm just saying, he used to feel like she was a hoe. And I should try to tell him, just because you see me with a nigga don't mean I'm laying down with that
but
nigga.
see, that's what I'm saying.
That was the
That's
same
that stupid.
way.
That's that
I
old.
would date you for
That's
3
that
months,
stupid
never
nigga
slept
syndrome.
with you, never nothing.
That's that stupid nigga syndrome. The nigga just go around assuming shit and ain't got no substantial facts. That's
And I
all
know
that
she's
is.
not a
My
hoe.
my
She's
stuff
a
is that
woman looking for her husband, or she's a woman looking for the man that God created for her. You don't know what she going through. Just because you met him don't mean she's sleeping with this man. It's just like when you see her, which be like every 6 months, it's a different nigga.
But see, my thing is
And I told
them,
him
them
that's perception.
but see, my thing is them type of niggas, they think everything ain't safe. They just go for what they want to go for. And they don't take the time to read the signs and peep game and see what's going on. They just be on go. Everything got a green light to it. So when
But let me ask you this, because you a man. Why is it that, and we were speaking on it, but you couldn't speak. I could see you moving your mouth, but we couldn't hear you. When she made the point about men can get out and do whatever, like I was speaking on. He went whatever he wants to with his friends, and never one time did I question where you going, what you doing, who you with, you fucking, you doing, and it never came out my mouth because I feel like I have trust and respect and all of that for you as a man. But when it turns and it's on the other foot and it's the woman, why does she get labeled? She got to be out there hoeing. She got
that
to either be
because
sleeping
I'm
with the female she
I'm
keep
gonna
sleeping with.
speak on it
It's
anyway.
just, I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I'm gonna speak on it anyway. I'm glad you brought that up. This crazy ass phone of mine been cock blocking, so I'm ready to speak on it anyway. Real speak. See, that's the difference.
Hello?
But see, this is what you gotta realize, baby. You grown,
You
so
gotta come in
I
on
understand
the
you older than
in
me.
the little
So
thing I
this
sent
is what
you.
I'm saying. This is what I'm finna say. What that song say? You can't raise a man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I get that shit. So check this out. If you got a significant
Go
other
in,
and y'all
go
have
in
a
your little
bond and
message
y'all
thing
build a
and hit
trust,
that button that say join the room.
it shouldn't be no reason why you can't go out and have a good time with your homegirls. And it should be no reason why he can't go out with his homeboys. But you gotta understand, there's boundaries to that shit. There's a whole bunch of boundaries to that shit. Ain't no
But there's boundaries to
meeting up
me
with
that
no
are set
side bitch.
forth by men for women.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm trying to get at. Ain't no meeting up with no side bitches or doing no slick shit, man. Like if you going out, you gonna hang out and chill. That's one
But
thing.
y'all can do it though.
You don't bring no unnecessary baggage back to the house.
But y'all do
But see,
it.
I
a
don't
lot
bring
of them,
women to my house.
a
First
lot
of
of them
all, I don't
niggas.
bring women to my house. But
But
what I
see,
will
this is what I'm
say
trying. This
that
is what I'm gonna tell
it can
you.
be like
This,
we going
this,
to Louisiana. We planned on coming back, but we didn't come back. Why y'all stay the night out there? Why you ain't come home?
okay, well, it shouldn't be no.
Well, I was drunk. Do you want me to be drunk driving, or
But
would you want me
technically,
to
it
come
shouldn't have
home
been no
safely?
issue because if you communicate to him and he got sound mind and sound understanding, then as a man, he shouldn't be worried about another nigga coming at his female, whether you out of town
D
exactly.
say
whether you at a club.
D
None of
say
that
you
shit
gotta
mean nothing.
Desert say you gotta have some self-respect.
Well, I mean that comes with the relationship. But what I'm saying is
But to me, that's where
this
the
is what I'm
trust
saying.
issue. I feel like you don't trust
This
me.
is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Let's say I go out of town and I go DJ for a club in a whole nother state. Then I call you and tell you I'm on my way back. But I don't come back when I'm supposed to. I would at least have the common decency and the respect to call the woman that I'm
Can
in
you hear the
cahoots with
conversation?
and be
You
like,
didn't
hey,
come in
look.
right.
I'll be like, hey, look, man, I'm not back yet. These people had called me to do another show, or they've already
But
scheduled me to pay me extra money to do this, that, and the
that's
third.
when you showing respect
But
because you
I
gave
mean,
her that phone
I
call.
mean,
But for
see,
me,
but
and you don't call me, I'm gonna be worried thinking something happened to you, got an
exactly,
accident.
exactly.
I done called everybody around the world, police, everybody.
I had the common decency to call. I would have the common decency to call, and then I ain't got no problem with going live and on Facebook and be like, yeah, I'm supposed to be back, but I'm still out here with these people, and I'm on payroll. So shit, As long as I got substantial proof to show you, hey, look, I'm out here taking care of my business and I'm not fucking around, then the trust issue should never go out of boundary, and it should never jump out of its character. Because you and that significant other should automatically have an understanding, hey, look, my man taking care of his business. And he's already called me, and I've already been on his Facebook and seen him doing his job. So it shouldn't be no issue. What the issue is some of these niggas want to go do what they want to do, and then they want to get the question and trying to come at y'all sideways, talking about why you going here, why you ain't back yet. Well, nigga, what happened to you 2 weeks ago? Nigga, you was supposed to be back home at 3 o'clock. It take an hour to get from the south side to the north side. Nigga, you didn't get home till the sun came up. So explain that to me, homie. You get what I'm saying? You know?
We get that.
Nigga don't want to explain that. See, that's what you gotta realize.
Hold up.
Let me say this here. Ladies have to stop dealing with niggas. That's the whole point of this. Stop fucking with niggas.
And then when we do, then y'all be running behind us, stalking us. Y'all want to be crying, slinging
that
y'all want to be on y'all knees begging. Please don't leave, please.
Look, dog, look. Listen, that come with being a nigga. Them niggas go chase. But I mean, if you, but I mean,
if we gotta stop fucking with them, then what chase?
See, let me tell you something. Let I ain't gonna do this shit. These niggas ain't even come. Oh well, let me call first. Let me say this here. It's like playing a game of who can hold out from having sex. That's what it's like. I'm gonna be 100 with you. That's what it is. It's like who can hold out from having sex. I swear that's what it is. Y'all women win every time. Y'all win every time. Me?
No, we don't win every time because we feel like we lose.
I be like, fuck you.
I done went 18 months.
Yeah, look, y'all women,
I don't care. Don't need it.
Y'all like an armored truck.
I can pleasure my fucking
Y'all like an armored truck. Y'all don't budge for nothing. Y'all like an armored truck. Don't buzz, don't move for nothing.
Well, why?
But if you know that,
and that's cool.
then why would you? And that's the ones y'all fuck over.
I mean, that ain't
y'all men fuck over the ones that's gonna be loyal.
But still, at the end of the day,
whenever I go anywhere, I'm quick to throw my ring in your face and tell you,
but listen,
back up for me, I'm married.
At the end of the day, y'all women have to stop fucking with niggas. Niggas ain't shit. We nothing, dog.
Otherwise, he said we need to do some men.
We know that.
You can't even.
And then when we go to women, then y'all gonna have to go to the women.
Look, you can't even put a nigga. You can't put a nigga on a 401k plan.
Yeah, we lay down with dogs. We get up with fleas. You right, D. But most of y'all niggas be the ones carrying the fleas. That's what I'm trying to say.
You guys hear me? I just told y'all, you gotta stop fucking with niggas. Look, niggas is bad.
Okay,
is bad,
but all of y'all is reformed niggas. So you say, if you let you tell it, all of y'all is niggas from the jump. Y'all just niggas, all of y'all. So what we got to pick from?
The one on Rankin, I believe.
All of y'all is reformed niggas. So.
No, I'll pick it up in the morning. I'll pick it up. Thank you.
You need to come in the room the right way.
Let me keep it 100 though. No, but let me keep it 100 though. I'm gonna speak on this shit for real. Niggas ain't shit, dog. And if a nigga gonna be a nigga gonna be a nigga, and a nigga gonna do what a nigga gonna do, man.
Hey,
don't give a damn, dog.
Rain, what is this? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We're talking
about relationships, marriages, when you're supposed to let it go, when you're supposed to stay in. Why do women feel like we have to settle all the time for these Rudy Poo niggas? And why do men feel like they gotta settle for not so good women?
See, look, y'all hear? Y'all heard her? She said Rudy Poo niggas. So she know
and I said not so good women.
Yeah.
I said not what do men have to settle for the not so good women? For the hoes, the sluts, the tramps, the gold diggers. Okay.
Right. It's some women that ain't good either. It's some women that ain't good either, but you
I
gotta
just said that.
Niggas make it hard. Niggas is like the majority reason why niggas ain't getting sold. So my question is, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me yesterday. this lady asked me, what's the difference between a nigga and a black man? I said, a black man gonna take care of his business. He ain't got time for all that fuck shit. A nigga gonna do what a nigga gonna do, whether he in your presence or behind your back. So if you choose to be with a nigga, then you know what the outcome gonna be. If you choose to be with a man who's got morals and respect, and he gonna take care of his business, and he knows it,
I
the
said
difference
you
between
gotta
right
come
and
into the
wrong,
live the
then
right way. You're
shit,
not on here right.
you in there to win it. You can't lose. That's my opinion on it. I ain't gonna sugarcoat the shit. I gave up being a nigga when I went to college. Fuck. I gave up my nigga ways. That shit was
Okay,
over with.
bye. Go ahead.
Like for certain niggas, I feel like for certain niggas that shit work. But for people who done already been through the bullshit and all the extra, ain't no need to be fucking with it, dog. You might well just sit down and chill out somewhere. Don't even put yourself in that type of position, dog.
I guess.
But I mean, at the end of the day, look, at the end of the day, niggas ain't shit. Female niggas ain't shit because that's all they know is nigga mentality. They don't have. I feel like niggas don't have a purpose in this world to want to evolve or be better within themselves. They just only designed to teach you a lesson in a relationship or through life. They're only here to teach you a divine lesson so that the next nigga you run into, you'll be like, hell no. But if motherfuckers out here that ain't learned their lesson yet, they still same old shit. Broke up with one nigga and be talking about where the good men at, and you end up with another nigga that's twice as worse as the nigga that you was with before, and y'all just going through the same bullshit. I mean, shit, if that's the case, just keep up your generational curse if you like that shit. I'm not with it. But women need to stop fucking with niggas, and men need to leave these female niggas alone. That's what I think. I think niggas should just be with niggas.
So
Because it's some good, decent black folk. It's some good, decent, wholesome black folk around here that don't need to be going through the bullshit that they going through behind a nigga.
So what happens if you throw that person away and they have potential to turn into something else and you done threw them away already?
Well, that's when your peripheral comes in play because you decide on if you want to stick this out or if you want to just call it quits. That's solely based on you as a person. Like I can't make up that. I can't tell you, girl, you better go ahead and do it. He a good nigga. Or I can't be like, say, my nigga, you might want to stick with her because she got your back. That's what you call a gift and a curse. Because that could be a gift to you and be a curse to you in the same sense. So while you thinking that's good, that's a curse on your ass on top of that. So you reaping the good benefits of it, but you also catching backlash on the back end.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Miss T, what you think? Do you feel like there's still monogamous? Wait, hold up. These say when a nigga show you a little money or talk some slick shit, he got you. But a man ain't gotta
But
talk or show shit. He gonna lead your ass to prosperity.
well, yeah, but I mean, and I agree with that because any smart man would automatically know, hey, I ain't got to use no money to swindle a female in. But I mean, you got niggas who think like that. Well, shit, nigga, I got these bankrolls, nigga. I can have whatever I want. Nowadays, dog, it don't matter how much money you got. If you a fuck nigga, you a fuck nigga, and she ain't gonna fuck with you, no matter how much money you got. I mean, any smart woman. But I mean, all the ratchets in the hood bitches. That's all they know. That's what they want. They want to be jailbait. They want to be drug dealer bang and all that shit. All that old weak minded ass shit, dog. And then when they get older, they ain't got nothing to show for that shit. They just old and withered away, and it ain't about shit. You just sitting there sucking on Uncle Sam's benefits and all that old shit.
Okay, Miss T, what you think? Let's hear from you. What do you feel about? Are there still monogamous relationships out there? Do you feel like it should be a time for a man or a woman to stop settling for maybe the mediocre partner? Or what do you feel? How do you feel about when to stay and when to go?
Um, um, is this? Well, I don't. I'm not gonna say anything as it pertains to anything else, any people outside of the Black community. But I know for us, we are very damaged, men and the women. I don't care, even if you're like, oh well, I gave up nigga ways. I had to work on doing the same thing, coming from the kind of neighborhood that I grew up in. And most of my issues had to do with post trauma from my childhood. Not even in my home childhood, be outside neighborhood type stuff, where you live, the environment, the lack of protection, the this, the that. Um, so when it comes to staying or leaving, I think that people don't understand the things that they need to identify when it comes to getting involved with someone or dealing with someone, period, or in general. Um, and that codependency is a motherfucker. You know, you don't have to have nigga ways, and because I've seen people who are straight laced, who grew up in great homes with good families, and and
What y'all got
different
going
things
on?
that a lot of us weren't. And because of that person's general character or makeup, for whatever reason, they have a sort of codependency on this other person. And that's what usually makes it harder for an individual in a situation. So I see it from, like you said, the niggas, the nigga wing, the women. They got some niggas who got some nigga ways too, and it's frustrating. That is definitely frustrating. Cause cause yeah, they just downright out. You like,
Yeah.
I thought I had some issues. So I think the best thing to do is when you feel uncomfortable. When I say uncomfortable, meaning you feel it's a feeling of feeling trapped. When you feel that, get out. Because the longer you stay in any situation where you have that feeling of feeling like you're trapped, the more damage you do to yourself.
Yeah.
And like I
I
said,
agree with
as
that.
Black folks, we already got enough of that. You know what I'm saying? Even with Dr. DeGroote saying in her work with post-traumatic slave disorder. So you have generations of trauma and damage, even being administered while we're in the womb to come out of that. Pair up with the partner, because at the end of the day, both men and women want to feel safe when they with somebody. You know, men, a lot of times people don't look at, and I do have to say and I don't advocate. I'm not a, like, all this, like, first of all, I hate gender war thing. I hate that with a passion. I hate it. I have sons and daughters. I hate it. But the thing is, I think that a lot of times as women, we don't take a look at what the man, what his world is like. Um, I think one of the biggest issues that women probably have is that we don't recognize what it is like to be a man in this patriarchal society.
Yeah.
Some men are not born with a certain je ne sais quoi to be able to survive in this patriarchal society the way that things are set up. They're
Yeah.
just not. Um, and so you have, I'm not sure what the guy's name is that's
D
on the screen. But
DJ Studywood.
I bet that what's his name?
DJ Studywood.
You
I'm DJ Studewood.
oh, that's a lot of names. Wait, BJ Studio. Wait, DJ
DJ.
Studio. What? BJ. Okay.
DJ Studywood.
B as in boy. BJ.
No.
I'm sorry,
DJ
DJ.
DJ.
as
You can
in
call me DJ for short.
DJ. Gotcha. Scratch 1 and 2. Got you. Okay.
Right.
So, when a man is in the world and he's dealing with other men, there is a different kind of instinct with them dealing one to another. Um, so I'm saying that to say a man's mind is different than ours. And I think to a degree, a lot of the times when the men are able to, with certain positions that they should be doing, which is protecting and more likely protecting that instinct that some people call it certain things misogynistic. I don't think that it is, because we're supposed to allow the men who care about us and in our families or our husbands, whoever, to take care of us and protect us. But a lot of us have been so damaged because I know growing up, when I was 12 and 13 years old, I had grown men talking about they wanted me to be their girlfriend. And I mean, when I say
yeah.
grown, I'm talking about in their
Right.
30s and stuff. So there's this complete unprotected type of thing that goes on with, like I said, our community, because they weren't out there by themselves, and none of those other men told them to shut the fuck up and stop talking to these girls like that. Okay? And the shit is scary. So you grow up like that, and you have this survival instinct. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get with a partner as a woman, you don't understand that a lot of women don't understand that his nature is supposed to be to protect her and how he's supposed to protect her. And she doesn't know how she's supposed to protect him because everything has been flipped on its head in our community completely.
Yeah.
I really think that everybody who has been through something to where they have to sit down and figure out how they want to leave the person, because there's some relationships that people have to actually figure out an exit strategy for because it's that toxic.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to sit their asses down for at least 2
Hey sis.
years, get control of their dicks and pussy. Yes, celibacy. Okay,
That
learn some fucking
makes
discipline.
getting in check with they. That's true.
It's the truth.
Yeah, that's true.
It's time to grow the fuck up.
That's true.
I'm tired of seeing our brothers out here 50 years old acting like they 15. I
Fact.
don't know. I don't know how a woman is supposed to take direction from a man like that. And then you have the brother. He doesn't know how to give direction to a woman because or how to openly show love to the woman because everything on him was taught, shut up, stop crying, quit acting like a girl. They were not even able to cultivate their emotions as males. We
Yeah.
need time. Everybody needs time as individuals, as men and women. We gotta heal because right now it's too much of talking at each other and not understanding each other. When these men get out here in this world, it's a complete, and they're dealing with other men. There's another thing that clicks on with men when they're dealing with men. And I don't know if our men specifically know how to turn that off when it comes to dealing with us. You don't deal with us how you deal with them. I've seen that in so many cases where the men, they don't know this. They don't know this because no one taught them that. So, if everyone, I think everyone, mostly single people, take some time, develop the discipline that you need, develop the self-care rituals that you need, develop the spiritual enlightenment that you need to understand that you
Studywood,
are
I can't
more
hear
than
what
just
you
a
saying. Your
physical
car
being,
loud.
and I can't hear you. And you are more than just a penis and a vagina. Men, I would ask that you please understand that it's okay to have standards for your dick. Just standards. But that's all I got.
Studywood got his window down or something. I
Oh,
Wait, what happened?
couldn't hear what T was saying because your window is picking up all the air or whatever you're doing.
Oh, my bad. Now, goddamn AC blowing.
Okay, D
Yeah.
says the days we live in, women done settle for misdirection, and men have too. I agree. That's true.
I
Yep.
I agree. I agree.
Yep. Like, hey,
But
I'm gonna say this here, man.
now, DJ,
Lot of these niggas
I
out
don't
here
mean
want to
to
be
interrupt.
bitches,
I know I
man.
spoke. Wait. One quick thing, DJ. One quick thing. I want to say this real quick, and it's something that I don't know how many of the men collectively and like in our community have thought about this, and why the women have such an issue, because you have a lot of times women in our community, they cannot find the balance in taking direction from the man. We have to leave the safety where we're supposed to be, the safety of our home, to go out into the community of another race of people to earn a living.
Right.
That is psychological damage in itself.
I never
Yeah.
understood that.
So I
Like
just want to throw that last part
I
in there,
never.
because I think I don't want it to seem like I can't be accountable for the fact that we have just as much damage with us. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how I don't. If there's any black person in America that is fully sane, I applaud them. Okay,
They
so
don't, they don't come out
Yeah,
the
but
womb fully saying.
I can I can actually say something about that because I remember this one chick. I was at Walmart and this chick was beating up her dude, and her dude was telling her like, "Hey, look, we need to get this so we can go on to get out of here." And it was just a whole bunch of BS behind. Don't tell me what to do and da 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 and blah blah blah. And you know I ain't paying no mind, but I mean as I got to grabbing what I needed and I was leaving, I can hear the woman talking about girl, I'll never let a nigga think he go run me and da 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 da. Why he over trying to tell me what we need to get? I don't give a fuck how many bills he pay. Fuck this, I'm too damaged to be trying to take orders from a man. I'm like that wasn't even the case. The man was trying to help you, and you blew that whole situation out of character. And I didn't say anything, but I mean, you know, I just stood my distance because it was like, I always felt like, my uncles always told me like, you gotta be the man out here. You supposed to be the head and not the tail. The woman is supposed to have your back regardless, but you don't treat her like she's a nobody. You give her that acknowledgement, and you give her that sense of reliability that, hey, look, just like I got say so in this, you got say so in this as well. So we're together. We work as one. We don't go against each other.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
I mean, I definitely understand that, but like I said, you got too many people walking around here at whatever age, but they acting like they're 15. It's like there is some type of developmental impairment that is taking place with a lot of people. You know,
I honestly feel like the lack of understanding sucks.
right?
I'm gonna be honest with you. The lack of understanding sucks.
You're right.
All these niggas want to act like bitches. All these women want to act like niggas. And I'm like, okay, well, there's one part of the chemical imbalance. Everybody trying to do everybody else's job instead of worrying about what needs to be done in their own life.
Well, I'm gonna give you this example because the brothers have not whatever. There's different variables, different reasons, whatever, right? There's no actual community for us, right? It's gone.
Right.
Okay, there's no community. There's no hospitals. There's no schools. There's none of the above. Okay. Um. Now, if you expect for a damaged woman, okay, who is, I'll put it like this: the reason why black women have such an issue with like aggression and things like that, and this is not a slight against the brothers. I just want you to hear what I'm saying about what the issue is, why the women are as backwards as they are. we have been put in a position to have to be the builders when that's supposed to be our men job. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. Whatever reason that there is, or whatever it is, this is why. Overall, that's the main reason why.
And I get that, and I respect it, but I mean that only kicked in after the man has refused to take responsibility for his kids and his family.
No, you're talking about an individual basis. I'm speaking about community in general. I mean, because you were talking about, you said niggas, okay? Niggas. So
Right.
we speak in plural. We talking about collective here. You
Right.
know. So what I'm saying is the women have basically been thrown. I'm kind of like they claim Willie Lynch better is not real. I don't know, maybe not, but it's just basically the same thing. We have become the builders of the community. You know, and I'm
We
not
have to pick
saying
up
that
they
brothers
slack.
don't.
They
I'm
would-
sorry. What she say? Is she on mute?
I said we had to take up they slack because they be acting wet.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like that. That's why women act like they act because most men don't know how to be men. They wasn't taught how to be man, and most women were taught how to be
Well, that's
self-sufficient.
because of lack of fatherhood. So
And,
I get that, and most of
and
these niggas be
motherhood.
most, yeah. But I mean, most of it, you got to realize, like you know what? I'm gonna just come on out and say it, man. You know, my father wasn't in my life, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I had OGs in the hood and uncles to raise me.
Right.
So when I met my father, it was like, nigga, you ain't shit. I don't
Where
give
did you
a
grow
fuck
up
what
at?
you tell me. I'm a grown man now. I take care of my 6-year-old. I do what
Yeah.
I gotta do for mine. I don't need you for shit. I'm a man out here in these streets. Can't that female say I'm a deadbeat because I'm gonna be the builder for my own little one because I'm gonna leave a legacy for her. So I get that. A lot of that punk shit is because of these weak ass fathers who don't want to take care of their fucking kids,
Why is
who
you
don't
Right.
want to take care
Right.
of
hollering?
these
Calm
families.
down. Calm down.
Listen,
Because
man,
Calm
listen to me.
down.
No, I'm
Calm
good.
down.
No, I'm good because no. I'm good because what I'm saying is the truth,
yeah, it is.
and this is not derogatory to not now female that's
Mm-hmm.
listening or on this live. This is facts, pure fucking facts. See,
Right.
see,
I,
see. What you got to understand is a man got to choose to want to take care of his business and his responsibility, or be a sellout like the rest of these bullshit ass niggas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what you gotta understand. See, my mama always told me if you can sling that dick, you can sling that goddamn responsibility that go behind it. It ain't
That's true.
no issue for me, cause it ain't no issue for me, cause whatever I sling, I'm gonna take care of my business. I refuse to be a deadbeat or be a motherfucker who can't even be a positive role model in his own community or the other kids.
Right.
Cause I'm so wrapped up behind being worried about what's going on in the streets. Man, fuck these
Yeah.
streets, dog.
Yeah. And
Fuck these streets.
where did you grow up at,
So,
DJ?
young lady, to the lady who was talking about the niggas not being around, I respect that shit because that didn't do nothing but teach me a lesson to be a father to my own kid.
right, but
Yeah, you
everybody
can
Because
come
don't.
in,
one thing
bro.
for
Hold
certain,
on. Let
two
me
things
send
for
you
sure,
the invite.
I'll never leave my daughter without.
DJ, I want to
So,
ask you a question.
so
DJ, I want
just
to
because
ask you two
you learn,
questions. Where
Yeah, what's up,
Where are you from? Where'd you grow up at?
man? I'm from H-Town, Texas, man.
Oh, okay. All
It
right.
go
so
down,
just
it
because
go
you
down on
learn,
this side of
you're gonna be
town, man.
And the
so,
second thing I want to ask, because I'm noticing that there's this wave of which is where the men are they're like we don't have a voice, we didn't have a voice, especially brothers, in particular. They feel like they've been like they're not heard as far as what their feelings or whatever have
I'm
you.
sending
And
you the invite, bro.
I brought it up to say I brought that up to say many of them speak about single mothers, and probably the most derogatory fashion you would have ever fucking heard. But the majority of them come from a single mother home.
Mm.
They're not angry with their dads. They're angry with their mothers. And I don't understand that logic. Um, I understand the brokenness and the hurt that they may still feel and the not understanding certain things, even at their age. I'm talking about, like I said, 40, 50, 60-year-old men that are angry as hell, even to this day, at their mother. And I'm like, how can you have this sort of vitriol towards women because your
Well,
mom was a
Click
single
the.
mom?
Is you getting it?
can I
Click the join
can
button.
I speak on that topic for a minute?
Yes, yeah, I was asking you. I was asking you,
Yeah,
man. I can't ask
let me
another lady. I gotta
speak
ask you.
on
You're
that
the only
topic.
man on here.
Let me speak
I'm
on the
trying to
topic.
get you
Like I
another
said, I grew up.
man. Hold on.
Like
D,
I said,
I got a
click the
question
join
for
that's
button.
which
cool.
topic,
That's
though.
cool. You know, like I said, I grew up without my father. So my mama raised me. My mama, my great grandmother, and my grandmother raised me. As far as everything else, my uncles and the OGs in the hood had me. So that's cool. But at one point, I knew I was angry at my mama. I knew I was. I never got to see my father. My father didn't want shit to do with me. Every time I seen him, that fool ass nigga was in jail. Stupid ass shit.
Right.
But what I realized is my mama broke it down to me about my father and why she did what she did.
Look in your
My
D.
mama and my
Look in
grandmother
your
broke it down.
inbox. D.
So it took a real mother to break it down and show me the real so that I could understand. So as me growing up, being an adolescent, and then growing up to being a grown ass man, I knew and understood what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's one of the reasons why these men is looking all dumbfounded is lack of communication. See, as a
Now
kid,
click the join
I asked a whole bunch of questions.
room button.
Some things my mama wouldn't tell me because I wasn't ready for that. But as I got older, my mama broke it down
There you go.
and told me what it was and what was happening. I was like not even that. I found out after what? After 30 years of being on this earth, my mama finally told me that my daddy was beating on my mama. So yeah, when I see that nigga, he know what time it is. And my mama be telling me, now we ain't gonna do that. I said, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm grown now. See, as a kid, I ain't understand that shit. I wasn't raised up like that.
That's why most men are angry with their mothers because
Exactly. But I mean, my mama gave me the game. My uncles gave me the game. The OGs in the hood gave me the game. They taught me this. They taught me that. See, that's another issue with black people. We don't want to help our own people out. We be so ready to watch a nigga fall and drown instead of trying to uplift him and get him on the right path so he won't be another statistic. Following down that same road his funk ass daddy went down, beating on women, these women being battered and fucked up,
I'll be
all
right
in the
back,
head and psychologically imbalanced. Like that shit don't add up to me. It don't add up to me at all. That's why I say I don't get it, man. Like why not give an understanding and break down the schematics of why this happened and why this went down. So a nigga ain't got to be growing up feeling like the world owed him something. And my mama owed me something. And she owed me her life or some shit. Like that ain't how that work. That ain't how none of that shit work, dog.
Right. I agree with you.
That's why I say, look. Let me tell y'all something. I just got custody of my daughter, man. I am a father and a mother. I'm full time with this shit. I'm not fucked up about it. I don't complain. I don't bitch. I don't do none of that. I get up every morning and take care of my business, dog. Because my mama was doing that same shit when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So it don't mean nothing to me, man. This shit is it may get a little stressful sometimes, but I don't never let that shit work the best of me, man. Because at the end of the day, my daughter a sponge. She's soaking up everything she see her daddy do. So I can't afford to put her in a position to make her feel like, okay, well, my daddy did this shit, fuck it, I'm gonna do it too. Mm-hmm. We can't do that shit.
Right.
Not at all. We can't do that. And my daughter know I'm hardcore. When you wrong, you wrong. When you right, you right. And my 6-year-old know that.
Right.
But the moral of the story is to break down and give them an understanding so that they know why this happened and why we going through this. You're gonna have to do that
Yeah.
at while they're growing up in life. Because how do you think you just gonna make it when your child asks you a question and you don't tell them
There's too
nothing, and
many
then you
people
ready to
talking
jump
at
ship and
one
be like,
time.
then you
Need to
ready
get
to jump ship
the
and
understanding.
be like, if you don't
Let
shut the
one
hell up,
person talk.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
can't tell a child to shut the hell up when your child seeing all this in front of their face.
You're right. I agree with
You
that.
can't do no shit like that, dog. That shit don't work like that, man. Because at the end of the day, as many times as you tell your child, shut the hell up and mind your business, that child gonna remember that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that child get older and be ready to question you about it, and you ain't got no answer, that's the reason why your child has rebelled from you. That's the reason why your child won't listen to you. Don't want nothing to do with you. Your child want to do what they want to do. That's the reason why these kids running around here crazy, shooting up shit, shooting their own parents,
Yeah.
not giving a fuck about nothing, man. About nothing. They don't give a fuck about their own life. If they die, they die. I heard one youngster tell me that shit 2 weeks ago. Man, my nigga, I don't give a damn, bro. Nigga hit me, he hit me. I'm going out with a bang. I could never think like that. That's so
Right.
one-sided.
Mm.
You know, and you know what? Them praying grandmothers ain't here no more. That's another reason.
Yeah,
Them,
because the
them,
grandmothers
them,
is the same age as the mamas.
exactly. That's why I said them praying grandmothers ain't here no more. These grandmothers now, they in the club twerking, thinking that's the new thing.
That's true.
They ready to put their hands on somebody else's child in the club, and you twerking and dancing with a 19-year-old or with a 15-year-old. Like, I don't get that. I don't get nothing.
Say, my brother. Say,
Okay,
my brother.
Studywood, go ahead, D.
My brother. We're doing a lot of over talking.
Go ahead, talk, D.
We doing.
It's your turn. Go ahead. It's your turn, cousin. Go ahead.
Yeah. Say,
What's
all it all boils down to is that what are you gonna do with your life? How you gonna live? How you gonna live your life? You dig what I'm saying? If you gonna allow certain shit to, if you're gonna allow certain shit to enter your home or your life or your soul, then that's where you fucked up at, man and woman. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so tell me, you was commenting, but they didn't get to see. I don't know if they could see your comments, but I was reading them.
I just lost my significant other. You dig what I'm saying? Behind this COVID shit. And I was, you know, I was mad. Yeah. I was married. I was married one time. I had one marriage.
Go ahead.
When I got married to my first wife, and I tried to smooth out the bullshit that was in that person's life. You know what I'm saying? So when I finally got to the point when it got to the point to where it was all going downhill because that person saw that you got a real nigga right here. And once you felt comfortable with bullshit, And you know, I tried to bullshit niggas, bullshit women will not prosper in this motherfucking life. Guarantee you that. You gotta keep your faith in God. You put your family, you put God first, you put your family second. All that other bullshit that's going on in people's lives.
Take your time.
Whatever you bring out your mouth and you bring that shit into a community and you think you this motherfucker that you are, nigga, I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the baddest motherfucker. No, you're not. No, you're not. You dig what I'm saying? It's not like that. It's not like that. What we need to do as black people, black men and black women, is console each other. You dig what I'm saying? You need is comfort each other. We put shit in our bodies and we put shit in our minds, and that fuck everything up. That's gonna fuck your relationship up. That's gonna fuck your finances up.
In fact, I'll tell you that. And the killer part about it is them people be thinking
My
that's
brother,
what's gonna eat their mind
I
and keep them in the
understand
same
what you're
place.
saying. I understand everything that you're saying. I done been there. I done done that. I done gave the state of Texas $75,000 of hard-earned street money. Boats, cars. I done put women in houses. I done raised other niggas' children. But what did I get out of all that shit? Nothing. Right now, I'm dealing with a situation that my significant other, I had to get out my ass and go find my significant other. And when I found her, it was just short-lived. This COVID shit is fucking up our minds. It's what we need to do is come together so we can get these little children. They got a whole bunch of little black children out here that's looking at our dumb asses.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they following this flash and pizzazz bullshit. I done 5 years on a 25. You dig what I'm saying? And that shit wasn't cool. And you got certain relationships. We talking about relationships. You got women out here that wanna just say, okay, this nigga here got some rims. This nigga here got some chains and shit. Okay, so what is that gonna do for you? Is that what you gonna
Yeah.
be worth?
Yeah.
Denise, Shay, you know your worth. You know your
Yeah.
worth. You know you better than what the fuck you gonna be doing. I mean, what you got going on in your life. You dig
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I hear you.
You know, sometimes you need to sit back and reflect on yourself. That's what's wrong with black people. We don't sit back and reflect on ourselves. When you dig into your own heart,
Yep. Yep.
when you dig into your own heart
Yep.
and pull all that negative bullshit out,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
watch how you prosper.
Exactly.
It's nothing better than, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing better than having an understanding with yourself.
Ooh, speak on it.
When you get off your ass, when you get off your ass and know your worth, and you know your worth, watch how shit smooth out. You dig what I'm saying? I just I just lost my little female, and and you know it hurts. It hurts. I'm in a state of depression. I'm in a state of depression right now, but I'm not gonna let you see it, because you know we gotta uplift each other, man and woman, black man and woman. You know, I see a lot of pretty faces on this screen. You dig what I'm saying? So show your worth, little mama. Don't settle. Don't settle for this nigga because he got a little change.
I got my own change. She,
Go ahead. Say your part. You didn't speak yet. Go ahead. Say your part.
You know, it's time for us. It's time for us to stop this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I want to go back to the part where they were talking about how men are angry with their fathers. I mean, with their mothers. You had the same thing with women angry with their fathers. It goes both
Okay.
ways. But I believe from experience, well, I ain't gonna say experience because my oldest is just 13. Well, I'm gonna say experience from a little thing that we went through. Not talking to them, trying to hide shit from them, keeping shit from them instead of explaining to them. Back in the day, everybody was our uncles
Yeah.
instead of mama telling the truth.
Yeah.
You ain't know your mama was an alcoholic
Right.
unless you just caught her throwing up and you thought she was sick or something. They hid everything. They ain't want to talk to you about sex. They ain't want to talk to you about your credit. They ain't want to talk to you about. Now that I'm open and I talk to my kids about anything they come and ask me about, we
Right.
can talk about it. We ain't
Right.
gonna brush it off. We ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Like we gonna sit there and we gonna be real. I'm gonna let you know.
Right.
And our relationship is so much better because I seen when my oldest son was getting that little angry point, like why daddy ain't here
Mm-hmm.
or
There
It breaks my
you
whatever,
go.
whatever. Or why the other kids' daddy come see them and my daddy don't come see me. I have to explain to him.
yeah. Yeah.
And now that I've explained to him and he's older and he can see,
Yeah.
And I gave him that opportunity to build a relationship on his own with his dad so he can see for himself instead of our parents trying to hide us from everything.
Okay. Cause daddy not there. What that mean?
Nothing. It was
That don't
just a
mean
topic that we
shit. Cause daddy not there.
nothing.
Oh no, what I had brought up earlier was that what she's talking about is that I was saying that there's like this, it's like is this thing that's happening, or
You
I don't know if it's just
you
happening.
gotta get off your ass.
Yeah,
Daddy done
yeah.
lived his life.
Right, and that, but the thing is, they're angry basically with like there's this internal thing like with all women because they're angry with their mom, with their mothers, and it's like their fathers were not in the home. Most of them were raised by single mothers, and they despise single mothers and they hate women damn near because they grew up in a single house with a single mom.
Yeah, and then you have to remember, as being a single mother, I remember times where it's a lot better now because money done got better. But I remember times where I would take my kids to daycare. They was in a 24-hour daycare being a single mother, and I wouldn't see them. Like being a single mother is hard, so they got that in their head. Mama was always at work. Mama was always gone. Daddy wasn't there. I know Mama was trying to take care of me and do her best, but why in the hell was Daddy not there? That's still in the back of their head.
Right.
So instead of lying to them and hiding from them, let them know.
Right.
That way they won't grow up angry. Back in the day, they angry because they mamas hid that shit from them.
Right.
They mamas lied to them. They mamas kept stuff from them instead of being honest.
Yeah.
Hell, my mom did too. All our parents did.
Okay. And you're right. You got to get off your ass because, like you said, Daddy done lived his life. What you gonna do about yours? You know, a lot of us had to get past that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I like about my mama? My mama ain't never talked down on my daddy.
At all. For what?
My real daddy wasn't shit. My real daddy ain't never did shit for me. But my mama never told me nothing bad about that nigga.
For years, with my oldest 3 kids, for years, I would buy Christmas presents and put their daddy name on it and everything. They got older and was like, come on, mama. We ain't slow. Come on, mama. We ain't slow. What you talking about? That ain't about that gift. We know you got that type stuff, but you never talk down on them because they make them resent you too. Let them figure out on their own. And when they come to you, instead of hiding it, talk to them about it.
Yeah.
Tell them why.
You're right.
Well,
Real talk.
Yeah.
okay, so here's
Real talk.
here's my last question.
Damn it.
Here's my last question. Okay, so the consensus on here, because everybody on here is a parent in some way, shape, form, or fashion, except myself, but I still have a son that I pretty much raised. But when it comes to biological children, I don't have that, right? So what I'm hearing is that the way relationships are playing out right now in this day and time is because either something's broken because they missed something, either we're settling because we didn't take the time to try to mend and fix the situations that transpired in our childhood, or we just feel like we're inadequate in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So
Factors in.
yeah, so how do we fix
Like some of these people. Well, let me say this: some of these people go into relationships already battered, fucked up, and whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, they just in a relationship just to be in a relationship.
You know what?
So
That's true.
You know what my mama? You know what my mama always told me? My mama told me she got the power between her legs that'll move a mountain.
Facts, that's true. The mountain, the ocean, the sea, and the stars. I'm just saying, but hey, we ain't going there. But how do we fix it? we fix it by repairing ourselves and dealing with our personal
Yeah.
issues first before we get in relationships and break other people. Because hurt people hurt people. One.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing is, a lot of people feel like to the relief that they need is to be in another relationship.
And then
There
they
you
That's where they
go.
mess up at. That's why I say
but
it
then
takes
There
But
you
but
go.
but
years
but
to
but
get through
with
yourself
that
and
being
get
said,
yourself under
some people are
control.
scared to be
Learn
alone.
some
Some people scared
discipline.
to face their own fears.
Learn yourself. You know, one reason why a lot of people too cannot be by themselves because they don't even like their motherfucking selves. You hear what I said?
Fact.
A lot of people cannot be by themselves because they do not like themselves.
Yeah, and then they want to lie to themselves, but the one person you can't lie to or you can't trick is yourself.
Okay. Okay.
And then you also got to remember that you
A
have
motherfucker,
some
a
of us are
motherfucker
meant
that can't be by themselves, a motherfucker that feel like that they can't be by themselves, that is not a good person.
Nope. Nope.
They gonna always drag you down with them.
Yep.
but you also have to remember some of us are meant to heal people. I don't know if you ever noticed, you always get a lot of people that you heal.
They are
Like
insecure.
heal
Yeah,
broken
but
people.
see the way that works
You have
is
to heal
it
yourself first instead of passing it off.
right, but see the way that works is you can help somebody heal, but they gotta want to meet you halfway with that shit, dog. Because some of these motherfuckers be talking that I need help and da this and motherfucker, you won't even help your goddamn self.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference from somebody talking about they need help and somebody who really won't help. Because I can
Right.
say I need
But
help
I mean,
all day
but I mean,
just to
even
get
if
what I
somebody
want.
wants help, they
That don't
gotta
mean I
want
want the help.
it. Even if
That's where
somebody needs
discernment come in.
right. I mean, even if
Get
somebody wants help, they
off
got
your
to
ass.
want it. They got
Get off
to at least want it
your
for themselves
ass.
to meet you halfway with
Get
it.
off your ass.
That is impossible.
What you had
You
said in the
know,
hat, I ain't
when I tell people, I say I've been celibate for over 2 years, they look at me like I'm crazy. Well,
Some
I ain't
some
gonna
motherfuckers ain't got no strong back.
what is that? Strong back?
no strong back. I'm dead.
Who got a strong back? What is
Man, it's about to snow again, y'all.
It's true. What he mean is they want the payoff, but they don't want to put in the work. They're
oh
afraid
There
of the
you
work.
go.
They're afraid to get their
there you
hands
go.
dirty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They want they
You
There
better
you
they
go,
want
say
their
Shay.
mama figure to fix everything for them because they've been babied and coddled their whole entire life. So
Stop running down the damn stairs.
when they
There you
get that
go.
person that they really been saying that they want, they don't know what to do with that person because that person is complete and secure within themselves. That person has already gone through those things, got the bumper sticker, keychain, and t-shirt. Now that they done elevated themselves, they're vibrating higher and they want and require and demand and respect more. They don't know what to do with that because they've never had to elevate themselves or they never had to turn the mirror on themselves. They're so used to pointing the finger at the other person or taking the easy way out, or they want to just settle for the trash. But they want that priceless thing that costs a little bit of money, but they want the trash because the trash is easier. Like TT said, she been celibate
Elevate
for
your
2 years.
mind.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want nobody that's been holding
Elevate your
it.
mind.
Yeah, they don't want that woman or that man that's getting stronger, that's putting in the work, that it expects more than what you can bring to the table. Now, I'm not saying that,
I would say that's because they expect more and they
yeah,
can't be more.
but I'm not saying that somebody that might not be exactly at your level doesn't deserve some of your attention. But when that person is not giving you anything to fight for or to fight with, then what's the point? And as soon as that person is saying, I no longer want this, I'm no longer going to tolerate this, then there's an issue. Then that makes you an angry black woman or an angry black man. No, we just don't want the bullshit no more. We did that and been there and done that already. I've been a dope man wife. My first husband was the biggest dope man in South Park. One of them anyway. Been there, done that. I don't want that no more. Okay? I already explained to this second husband, hey, we can be dope man, boyfriend, girlfriend, Well, as long as you feel like, but as soon as I feel like I'm tired, I'm gone because we ain't married. But I do not want to be a dope man wife anymore. I did that already. I do not want to be married to somebody that's got one foot in the prison and the other foot in the grave. I don't want that. Did that already. So my thing is, we stop settling when we realize we don't have to do that anymore. We stop
Right.
having serial relationships
You remember?
when we figure out we don't want that serial relationship no more. There's nothing wrong with somebody wanting to be with one man or one woman.
Really know what right. Yeah, that's true.
You remember when Ice Cube had said, "You ain't nothing but a dope man,
Yep.
bitch."
I don't remember that song,
And them hoes is for everybody.
but I'm sure.
It's true. Them hoes is for everybody. If you a hoe, when your man or your woman go to prison, you gonna get sold to the highest bidder. Because all you know is to turn a trick.
Yep.
All you know is to shuck and jive. All you know is to con. And you feel like you are not big enough and bad enough to do something else. But if you took that same energy that
There it
you used
is.
to con this woman's husband or take this man's wife and apply it to your own life and your own business, then you'll see so much more. You'll get so much more out of it. Because now that I allowed myself to allow God to totally take away those things that I thought I needed or that I had to be. Because like I said, I used to slide down the pole. I used to sell drugs. I used to con people. My ass is a nerd. I used to go on people checking accounts and write my own checks, make my own driver's license. I should be up underneath the penitentiary. But I knew better. So therefore I should be doing better. So now that I apply myself to do better, now you mad. Now you plex. Now you feel like I gotta be sleeping with Sean John. Nope, because I don't need to do that. I'll go get me a toy with some batteries and I'll be just fine. Or I'm gonna go get me a detachable shower head and be just fine.
Whoa.
While I'm stacking my paper. Okay.
Put it down.
That's what we fall short at. And we
gotta know our worth,
have
man.
conversations like these. That's the reason why I'm having these conversations. Is because if we have more conversations like these and we don't leave the brothers out or we don't shy away from allowing the brothers to talk, then we can get more understanding about each other. Because sometimes we don't understand them and they don't understand us.
That's why I was saying that. A lot of, I'm gonna tell you, critical thinking and analytical thinking can do a lot for people.
Yeah.
A lot, a whole lot. And you have to do brain exercises in order to develop that. Just like you have to do exercises to develop your emotions or exercise to develop your physical body.
Exercise your brain.
Yes. And people
It's your mind,
do that.
man.
Like you were saying, brother, when you first came in, people are putting out their bodies and in their minds. You already damaged. Then you add all kinds of dookie on top of it. What can we possibly expect? I am 43, and I feel like I'm the most liberated I have ever been in my life. Simply because I have a greater understanding of self and the fact that I'm because I have the discipline that I have developed and sat here and decided that I'm going to do and develop. There's nobody that I'm going to be quick to jump into no bed with. I'm not, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not doing any of that stuff because I want to see what else you got. I know you got a third leg.
And it probably
That's
don't work.
leg.
Show me what else you got.
Probably don't work.
Oh,
probably need a shot. Probably got so many bodies on it you can't even count. And let's just keep it.
Come on, man.
But
I'm so serious. I'm so serious.
The men have to have. Let's
stay on the topic
for themselves. They gotta have that same. Men gotta have the same standard as well for themselves, though. with I don't understand, and that's one of the things that guys are not taught when they're growing up. Guys are not taught to have have respect for their bodies.
Some of them are, but they
Why
so busy
shouldn't we?
listening to their homeboys to say, man, that girl holding out on you. She probably sleeping with her uncle or sister, little cousin or something. You better go on, get what you gotta get from that girl next door, cause she already ready. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are, but then
And
these say,
so it's like
let's stay on the topic. That is the topic. That is the topic.
Yeah.
You be so quick
You
to want to jump in the bed with this person,
plant your seed.
but it ain't worth it.
Yeah, you got to be responsible. Yeah, you got to be responsible. Well, your fertilizer,
Especially not forgetting the soul ties. Them soul ties.
And you can get
totally different.
that
Like,
codependent.
a soul tie without even sleeping with the person.
Yeah.
You can get a soul tie without even sleeping with the person. Half the time you get the soul tie by that first conversation.
So you feel that you have to sleep with this nigga to validate yourself.
no.
People do
Who
that.
said that?
That's
And where
not
the hell did that come from?
that is not an option. I tell my daughters that shit all the time. You feel that you have to be with this nigga to validate yourself? Sometimes I be wanting to say, bitch, please, to my daughters. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do not validate just because, oh, that nigga there gonna be this the nigga that's for me. No. He not for you. He for you. He for old girl across the street.
For the streets.
He for your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
All your cousins.
Some of them might be for your fucking daddy. You dig what I'm saying? Gotta stop it. Women. I see, hey, look, I see 3 beautiful black women, and I know y'all worth. You dig what I'm saying? I know Shay. But these other 2 I haven't met. But let me tell you something. When it comes down, because I got a daughter right now. She's struggling. She found a little piece of dick in her life.
Yes.
She done turned against both sides of her family.
Then I need to fucked up because I'm going to beat everybody ass.
And when it's time to console her, what should I do? I can't do shit. Because she done put in her mind, that's my savior.
Mm-mm.
My daddy can't help me. This little piece of dick that I got, that's gonna run through the rest of my life. And that hurts me. You know what I'm saying? That hurts my heart for my baby girl to come at me like that. You know? And that's a shame. That's a shame. But you know where it starts? Y'all know where it starts. It starts with that woman. Y'all can move mountains. Straight up. When you just say you tell me, nigga, I got your back. What is you gonna do? If you tell me I got your back, shit, nigga, we gon', you know what I-10 is? Shit, we gonna run that motherfucker all the way to the Autobahn. That's the way I feel. But see, what happened in my life with dealing with drugs, you know what I'm saying? I was always looking for that honey. I had to have that honey because I had that money. But it didn't get me no fucking well. I'm single now. I think, like I said, the beginning of February, the last time I talked to my little mama was like 3 days after Valentine's. And she never told me what she was dealing with, you know, and then when she passed last week, you know, that hurt my heart. It hurt my heart because I thought that I was in for the long haul. I'm 48 years old. And I always said that by the time I'm 50, me and this motherfucker here, we gon' ride the Caribbean. We gon' do when it's hot, we gonna go somewhere where it's cold. When it's cold, we gonna go somewhere it's hot. Now me, I'm gonna take your motherfucking ass. I'm gonna take your ass where Jesus won't take you. You dig? You know what I'm saying? I got to have that rib. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and right now, you know, like I said, I'm in a state of depression because I lost my love, you know, and that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And we just started. I knew her, you know, from a long time ago, but we just started. And what got me is like, when am I gonna find someone like her? I never get that again. Never. I never get that again. Shay know that I had one. You know what I'm saying? And I left it. And when I left it, it had to be a reason for me to leave. You understand what I'm telling you?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get the comfort that I needed. And I'm not gonna look for it no more. Right now in my life, I don't want to look for it no more.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna have to look for it. I'm not gonna sit up here and be single the rest of my life, but I'm not gonna settle. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with a lot of us now. We lose something, we pick up something else, and we gonna settle for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost my love, so I pick up another opponent.
A builder. We pick up a builder bell.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
And
project.
that shit don't work. That shit a project. You goddamn.
Yeah, you know, women is used to. It's just in us, in our DNA and our makeup to have these projects. You know, we're good at making a home, making a meal, making a child, making some clothes. You know what I'm saying? We the makers and the bakers.
What?
You know what I'm saying? And the men are the fixers. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all feel like when if we pick up the project and it's you know, you feel like you can fix the way we see you and the way in the way you be because of the way we try to make you. We could buy you nice clothes, we can buy you a nice car, we can make you a nice home. But nigga, we can't take that ghetto and hoeing out of you.
And check this out. That motherfucker will bring you down.
Man. Say you did.
Build him up. And that motherfucker will bring you down.
You down, show us my name
That's
is
the sad
Shantara
part.
Denise. And then when we got the good
man,
we got
look at these white folks.
He don't come in the package that we had on our little list. You know, we got the little goody gun drop list, you know what I'm saying? He don't fit half of the things on the list. He might only have 2 out of the 10. You know what I'm saying? But he the good one now. And we ain't look for him. He came found us like the Bible say. You know, we don't want him.
Me and my big brother was talking the other day, the difference between white boys and black boys. Niggas just say, I need my truck fixed. A nigga that I got with me, yeah, man, I'm gonna help you fix your truck. but you got to give me $200. You know what the white boys don't? You know what the white boys do? Say, man, I'm finna put some meat on the pit. We finna grab a few beers, and we finna fix your truck. No charge. No charge. A nigga got his hand out. Oh man, I fixed this nigga truck. A woman too. Girl, I did this bitch hair. For $200, she gonna give me my money. Let that white woman own a beauty salon. Girl, come on in here. Let's sit and drink some wine, sit and talk, and I'm gonna do your hair for free. Because I love you. You my sister. Okay? Black women, we sit up here, they sit up here, you my sister. Yeah, that's my sister, girl. You know what I'm saying? But okay, but when it's time to ride, where your sister at?
Okay.
She wants something.
Okay.
She wants something. She either want that money or she want that nigga.
She wants your life.
Something.
Period.
Niggas too.
Yep. She wants your life. Period.
She want that life.
She wants your life.
And that's not good. That's not godly. That's not godly. You know what I'm glad that I got on this here because I've been trying to vent to people all day. Didn't nobody want to hear me talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really sad that I lost my friend, man. I lost my friend. I was straddling the line because I was thinking I could get something back. No. No. Leave that alone. Go forward. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I went forward and God brought that to me. But he also took it away. So how am I gonna, now I'm alone. So what am I gonna do? I don't know what to do.
What do you want to do?
I want my woman back, but I can't. God got her. Dig what I'm saying?
First, you gotta take some time to allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to hurt.
Check this out, Shay. I always gave myself 5 years. When I lose one, fuck it. I'm not supposed to just jump into no relationship knowing that I got some shit on the back end. You ain't doing nothing but hurting yourself and other people around you if you're not right with that. I wish I could have Tasha Betty's back. I swear to God, I love that girl, but God took her from me. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk this thing called life until I see her face again. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
I miss that girl. I cried my ass off 2 days after Valentine's Day, man. I mean, it hurt. I didn't want to talk to my mama. I didn't want to talk to my brothers, my sisters, none of that shit. Man, that shit hurt when you lose someone that you love. And let me tell you something. I was never a whole nigga. Never. When I was with a woman, I was with that woman to the fullest. Now, the next woman that I get, I don't know how I'm react to that. But I hope that she understand, because I'm going to tell her, hey, I had a good woman. God took her from me. What can I do? Just let me live my life, smooth it out. I'm not supposed to go in no shit full breach. Oh yeah, nigga, I done lost. You know what some niggas do? Cause my uncles, and I got some brothers that did that shit. They lose a woman, man, they go straight and jump into the next motherfucker.
Can't be alone.
Oh yeah.
Okay, when you jump into that next relationship, it's not even right. You either gonna whoop her ass or she gonna whoop your ass. She either gonna help you make money or you gonna lose money. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I have no regrets for everything that I did. I live a good life. I'm on dialysis. My life is like this. I'm straight out of the line fucking with this dialysis shit. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna let that get to me. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man first. I was a boy a long time ago. But now, but you know, 30 years ago, I'm a man. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ride this single train until God bring her back to me. Dig what I'm saying?
I'm about to beat this dog.
Huh?
She talking to her.
Yeah.
Well, listen, y'all.
I'm talking to the puppet.
I got to.
Shay, it's good seeing you again.
You can see me every day of the week right here on this live. This is where I'll be. You can see me every day.
It's good talking to y'all. I mean, because my mouth been shut for a long time, man. It's my first time talking. You know, and you know, it's something, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm a hypocritical person. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you one thing tonight and go back and do some dumb shit in the morning. But I'm gonna correct myself. Guarantee you that. I'm a nigga from Texas. We have our own country. Y'all ladies have a good night. It was fun.
Yeah.
I think I know her.
You know her?
She look familiar.
You been up.
She look
been
familiar.
Up north.
Her right.
She from up north.
Up north.
You up north from us.
I'm from Miami.
Yeah, you up.
Yeah.
You up north, around the corner a little bit.
But I'm glad. I'm glad I woke up and saw your live, and you know what I'm saying. I'm glad that you was able to let me join in. You dig what I'm saying? Just
join in.
Anytime
you see my live, you can come on in the room.
You goddamn right. I'm gonna do that. You know, we just gotta keep our faith in God, you know?
Oh yeah.
Keep our faith in God. You know,
I can't be me without him.
There you go. Ever so often I try to uplift some people's mind on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, nigga, where the hell you get them words from? I'm not a dumb nigga. Never was a dumb nigga. I just didn't show, you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit. You know. But if you listen to me sometimes, you know, sometimes I may say some off the wall shit, but I'm gonna correct it though. You know what I'm saying? And I pray, just like tonight, I prayed that God help me with my shake back, you know. Because right now, I'm in a vulnerable state. I miss my little mama, even though it was just short lived. We was supposed to go for the long haul, and I miss my baby.
I've been there a few
I mean,
times,
I
so I
was
understand.
kind of straddling a line with your friend, but then I had to leave that alone. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I had to leave that alone, but and then I found when I found that, man, boy, I swear to God, I'm crying on the inside. It hurt because I just knew I only had one marriage. I had a lot of significant others, but I had one marriage. When you marry somebody, that's a communion. Am I right?
Yep,
Yeah.
you're right.
That's supposed to be a communion. And I was only married one time, but when when me and this girl, when me and this woman got with each other, I knew that was it. That was it. And I did everything right. Whatever I did wrong in that first marriage, I was correcting in this second one. And
Mm-hmm.
God took it away from me.
That's
And
because
that
it
hurt.
was a test,
That hurt
and it's still a
me.
test.
It's still a test. It's still
Yeah.
a test.
And once
I,
you go,
it, and like I told my mama today, I don't want nobody else. I don't want nobody else. But you know what my mama told me? Keep it pushing.
yep.
Keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Just keep it pushing. And that's what I gotta do, Man, I swear to God, if Tasha Baptiste can hit me right now, man, I love her. I love you. I wish that we could be together, man. For Easter, we had some Easter plans and all that, man. Shit, it just took away from me,
You still do it.
But I'm all right. It's
You still
good seeing you again, Tasha. Huh?
you still do it. You do it as if she's still there because her spirit's still gonna be there. So if y'all have some
Yeah,
plans, you
yeah,
still do it.
yeah,
That's how
yeah,
I
yeah.
got through being a widow,
I just,
and that's how I got through losing
I
my
just,
friend before I got to this new husband. So you still do it.
yeah. I just hope that I just hope that I don't when I do find somebody else, I don't. You know how you talk about that other person so much to where it pushes the other person away. I hope I don't do that. But if it be like that, I mean, I hope that person understand because I'm coming from the heart with this and stuff. Well, Shay, I had a good night with y'all.
That's what I do it for.
I'm
So
supposed
I'm glad you had
to
a good
get
night.
my night. Oh yeah, now I'm supposed to get my nightlife going.
Well, go on, get your nightlife going. Go on, get
Y'all
it.
have a good one.
All right now.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right now. Well, Queen TT, you done done it again, girl.
Hey,
You done
What I
hung on
do?
in there, and you done been on here almost 2 hours with the kid.
for real?
Yeah, we've been on
Okay.
here. We've been in this
Hey,
thing almost 2 hours.
this was good though. This was good. It's refreshing. I like to be in a space where, you know, people can just, talk. Nobody is passing any kind of judgment, and folks can talk about their life experiences and it not be looked at and it's like, like damn them to hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're,
Yeah, I do.
you know, yeah, I definitely. But that's why you do it. That's what you said.
Yeah. The more we have conversations like this, the more the ones that don't come in the room that but they watch it and they catch something and they pick up on something,
Hmm.
the better it's gonna be. Because what's gonna happen is they gonna go have conversations with their people and their circle and their tribe and their village. And then
Yeah.
some of those people that they talk to about it, they're gonna start peeping in and stepping in and poking in and all that. So I got a lot out of
You said that you
it by hearing the
experienced.
men.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It was good. Um, to to just hear what they had to say, and they weren't disrespectful. Passionate about what they were thinking and feeling, but it was I didn't feel like that it was like an attack or anything like that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Um, you know, and but you never know how that may get a person through the next few days when they're able
right.
to just talk and do that. You said you were a widow.
Yeah, my first marriage ended in me becoming a widow. Next month, at the end of the next month, in March, it will be almost 20 years I've been a widow since 2003. And then
Wow.
I was just in a same sex relationship for all that time until
Mm-hmm.
2018. So from 2003 to
Mm-hmm.
2018, I was in the same sex relationship. And in between that relationship,
Okay.
on and off, I was dealing with a guy that I've been knowing most of my life, pretty much 30 years of my life.
Okay.
And I thought
Okay.
that's who the second husband was going to be. But little did I know, the guy that I
Mm-hmm.
met right before I met the girl that I was with for the almost 2 decades is who came back around. That's who I'm married to now. But he locked up now.
Okay.
The one that was just on here, D, was married to my
Mm-hmm.
now husband's first cousin.
Oh. Okay.
D first
Okay.
first wife
Okay.
that he was talking about is like a sister to me. That's how I met my now husband through them.
Mm. Okay. So you're in Texas as well?
Mhm. Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I don't know. You might have said that other night when we were on here, but I kind of don't remember. My memory can be a little tricky. But I was married too. I'm divorced now, but like I don't know if I want to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Seriously, if I'm ready to date, if I want to be in another relationship, I don't. I just.
If you ain't sure,
I'm really
then
enjoying
don't you dare
my
rush it.
time
That's
being
all I'm gonna
single.
say. Marriage is not
Mhm.
is marriage is really these days and age, marriage is a whole totally different type of creature. It's not like it was even when I got married in 2001 the first time. I think around that time is when the sanctity and the meaning of marriage was starting to change because that's when really social media really started to do all types of things. So it's
Oh,
not for everybody. It is not for
yeah.
everybody.
No, it's
But
not. And you know, what you gonna say?
oh, nothing. I'm saying, but hey, it is what it is.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It's not that I don't think that marriage is for me. What this house, what I'm speaking on is I'm enjoying having my time to myself. You know, this is the longest that I've ever been single. You know, um, had 3 relationships in my adult life, and the last one was 13 years long. So having this time to myself is, I don't know, it's just something different about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and and then not dealing with anybody in any of their personality and their this and their that and the yada yada.
Yeah.
No. I'm not opposed to marriage. I'm gonna say that again. I am not opposed to it. Okay, but I'm enjoying this. But I think that I'm being pushed out the nest.
Pretty sure you are. I'm pretty
What did you
sure you
say?
are.
I think I'm being pushed
We
out the
always,
nest.
you know what? I remember I was celibate for 5 years,
Oh,
and I
wow.
remember that I didn't think that I could ever do that because from being raped and molested a lot in my life. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that I could ever not have that aspect of my life, but I wanted to see my life would feel like and be like and look like without having any type of that type of chemistry. I mean, I had hugs and caresses and stuff here and there, but when it came down to the actual factual of it, and now I'm on that kind of path again. Like, what's the point? I'm gonna let you get my goodie bag all wet up and nasty for what? You know. And before I got married to my now
Yeah.
husband, I was not doing that. So it's like, I think this particular marriage has taught me a whole heck of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at that point, which is the reason why I came up with this particular thought was, when do we not settle anymore? When do we realize that we are worth so much more than what we give ourselves credit for? And when do you know when to flip the switch? When do you know when to go ahead and sign the paper? You can put it on paper to start it.
Yeah.
You also can put it on paper to end it. So for me, I
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that when it comes down to me signing the paperwork, when I leave the building or when I put it in the I don't want to have that feeling of, well, maybe I didn't, well, maybe I could have,
Mm-hmm.
I should have.
Right.
I don't
No,
want that.
and you're absolutely right. You are
Yeah,
absolutely right
yeah.
about that. That that you are absolutely right. Absolutely, you are absolutely right about that. And, and unless a situation is like physically abusive or something like that, I generally tell people that same thing. You know, exhaust all the possibilities so you'll know for sure.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the right thing to do. I did that. That is the right thing to do because
Yeah, because
when you do that, you don't
yeah,
have to look back.
and because I'm this type of person, like Studi Wood said, why would you even put yourself in that type of situation? Why would you even want to be with a drug man to begin with? But
Mm-hmm.
I was raised by a man. I am the product of a man and a woman who are total opposite. My mother has never smoked, never drank. She wasn't a clubber. She was the church girl. You know what I'm saying? My father, who is
Mm-hmm.
everything to me, might I add. I am the oldest of my father's children. My father has taught and showed me everything, good, bad, ugly, and in between. But they were
Mm-hmm.
opposites. And I watched them be totally in love with each other. I've also watched, when they weren't so in love with each other. So why should I overlook someone who has potential? Maybe they don't have it all together, but they still have potential. That ain't cool because that's
Mm-hmm.
not how God works. And if we're created in God's image, He loves us in spite of all the sin and dirt and nasty, dirty trauma things we've done, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
also
Right.
know when I'm to the point to where I just it's a no for me, and I'm getting to that point. But I also want to be that person that, I just I want to be that person that says it's okay if you don't know. It's okay if you want to take your time to make this decision. Yes, I believe that marriage should be just that, marriage, you and that person, and it's just you and that person that makes that decision. But I also know that sometimes it's not always black and white. There's a lot of gray areas and purple areas and blue areas and green areas and yellow polka dot bikini areas in marriage. Marriage changes as the time goes on. People change, situations change,
You
the
know,
world changes, seasons change. So,
yes, yes. I can relate to what you were saying. I am the eldest, and my parents were night and day as well. um,
yeah.
and yeah, basically, like along that same line, what you was talking or saying about your folks, and you know, I had to. I think when you're the older you learn, the older you learn, unless you have like those older cousins or older ones that are there to tell you some things or teach you some things as you're coming up, especially as a young adult, like in your early 20s, especially, you're gonna learn a lot of things on your own. You're gonna learn a lot of things on your own. And I tell people all the time, even at my age, I have to have a mentor, you know. And I think it's good for everybody to have a mentor,
Mm-hmm.
meaning somebody whose life in some way, shape, or form, whether it's a healthy, loving marriage, regardless of what they went through to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, and I'm not talking about no 5 years or no 10 years. I'm talking about 15 up.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
um, or if it's a person who has got the hobby and they are very skilled at it, you can learn from them. You know, you always want to have a mentor for what these different aspects of yourself and in your life that you can go to for guidance in those areas. And when we say guidance, a lot of times people are like, "Oh, nobody can't tell me what to do." I got this or whatever, and it's like, no, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. No, you don't. You know.
True.
So, like I said, even at my age, I still, have older ladies. Um, 3 of them very happily married. You know, them and their spouses are so close. They do damn near
Mm-hmm.
everything together. You
Yeah.
and they love it. They don't just love each other; they like each other. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so when you sit
And that's a
back
big
there,
thing.
when you're around people, that have accomplished what you're looking to accomplish, a career, whatever, you want to get your doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have several friends that have achieved that.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. That's true.
and yeah, you and that goes for the guys as well. It's not just a woman
Oh
thing;
yeah.
it's a guy thing too. You
That's
want to
true.
have a healthy family. If you want to have a healthy family, you want a woman who loves and respects you. Who's going to have your back. You know, and she doesn't have issues with taking direction from you. You know, she knows how to deal with you when she's disappointed in you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And not having you be, I don't know, berated and vice versa. You know, the communication. I'm gonna tell you something. I know anything I speak with my homegirls about, it's gonna be pillow talk. That's how close they are with their husbands. I don't do that with people that have just like boyfriends or this or that or whatever, or they have a dysfunctional relationship. I don't tell them my business.
Yeah, of course not.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I learned that very early on. I learned that very early on. But I don't mind that they tell their husbands because I see the relationship that them and their husbands have. Whatever's going on in my life ain't going to affect their relationship. You get it?
Right. Yeah. We was
You
talking
know,
about
she
that
just talking about
earlier
y'all
before
couple
you
different
came in the room. That what you
for
just said? We was having that conversation before you came in the room on how some husbands, if the wife is with her sister friends or whatever, and maybe her sister friends are single or they might have a boyfriend or whatever, but you hanging with your sister friends, some husbands automatically assume that because you want to go hang with these sister friends all of a sudden you having a time of your life that you got to be doing something outside of your relationship. So yeah, we was having that conversation earlier.
Oh, okay, okay. I was out with one of them today. We were out and being productive, and that sort of thing. And it was a great day. It's not any. They live peaceful lives. It's not hectic and in an uproar and just shit. And they've been through so many different things in life. So what it is that I'm now experiencing, they've already experienced, and they understand what it is that I'm feeling.
Mhm.
Because when you grow up as the eldest, and you don't have that person who's older than you for you to go to, like you deal with a lot of things on your own. You figure out a lot of things by yourself.
Hello.
And I, not to mention you're the guinea pig child.
Okay, so say a lot for the people in the back. Yes, I'm coming in your direction in 2 weeks or so.
But the GA,
So I'm going to Florida.
oh okay, I'll be down there.
I'm going to
Okay,
Florida. I
okay, I'll
believe
be
that's where I'm
sure.
gonna go for my graduation trip to myself.
Oh, okay, okay. What are you
Business
studying?
administration and healthcare.
Cool.
I'm
That's
gonna
what's
have my
up. That is what's up. So, are you gonna
bachelor's in
graduate
science.
um
Huh?
soon? Soon?
What you say? You froze on me.
I said, oh my bad. I said you graduating soon.
On the 12th of March will be my last day.
Oh,
I'll be officially a graduate.
and you doing your Florida trip from there? Okay, what part of Florida you gonna be in?
I'm probably gonna go to I'm probably gonna go to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
I'm kind of
Yeah,
weighing
I'm
in
gonna be
between
down there.
Fort Lauderdale and Miami, in between them two.
Okay. Well, I know the weekend of the 12th, I'm gonna be in Orlando. Hopefully, on one of those, what do they call the boats? The airboat out there
Sure.
in the
I don't
Everglades or
need to
something
be
like that.
on the airboat. I just need a little water, little swimming pool or sun, couple of drinks, okay,
Yeah,
some
you going
adult
to the
beverages.
beach?
Whoo, I love water, baby. The water inside for in me
Well,
is needing it. Hmm?
and congratulations on your soon to be completed with your bachelor's.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Sugar, thank you. I do appreciate it. It was a long 4 years, but God is good.
Congratulations.
God is good.
That's good.
Well, listen, I'm gonna have to wrap this thing on up because my stomach is
Wrap it
knocking
up.
and
Wrap it up.
my little spaghetti is gone, and I done got a right
Uh-oh.
amount of right much of some milk energy and advice. So y'all know what it is, and by now y'all should know who it is. Y'all done stayed in this in Rain's world for 2 hours. Y'all was hanging in there like Flynn and Swimwell. So it's what's happening Wednesday. We done talked about relationships, marriages, situationships, homie little friends, baby mom, baby daddy drama, that them hoes is for everybody and that them bitch niggas is real and baby, I don't know. We done talked about everything under the spectrum of relationships. We done talked about settling and not settling, go or stay, uh Say did. We talked about how your upbringing has a lot to do with your relationships and the lack of the or the lack thereof. Baby, we had the men in the room tonight. It was just amazing. So y'all already know how I'm coming. Do something. Wasn't they doing their thing, passionate and then talking all loud and baby, I had to. Whew, I was like, do we need a quiet section? Do we need a timeout moment? You know. Anyway, y'all already know how I'm coming. Deuce out the roof. You should already know what I'm gonna say. Love God, love each other, and love yourself. It costs absolutely nothing to love. We give each other a little more love and a little more love and a little more love, baby. We can change our society. We can save our communities. We might can save some marriages, and we can save our world. I see y'all a couple of shakes of the rabbit's tail. And oh, rain service announcement. Randomly Rain will be starting at a newer, earlier time, starting March 7th, because your girl have a regular 9 to 5, and her schedule is gonna be changing. So yeah, I'm gonna be coming on a little earlier. I'll let y'all know about what time kind of be looking for. And if you don't catch it early in the morning because you ain't an early bird like me, then you can catch it on the replay. You can catch it on YouTube. You can catch it somewhere up on down my timeline. Okay, say it. So again, you know how I'm coming. Deuce out the roof. I love, love, love all you rainbows. I thank every single last one of you all. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. My sister, my brother, my cousin, for tuning in, peeping in, commenting, sharing, subscribing, following. I do everything that I do for the love of you. And listen, if you are not sure, if something is in your woman's intuition, or if something is vexing your spirit, man, then take some time, step back, take a pause for the cause, and figure it out. Hurt people hurt people. So if you still hurt, if you still broken somewhat, turn the mirror on yourself. Start like Michael Jackson say with the man or the woman in the mirror before you jump into something. Okay? I gotta go.